Fans of carnivorous plants, death world fauna, and 1950s classic science fiction horror, thank you very much for joining me for an out-of-the-pack review of The Creepers by Crooked Dice. This is a fun little set of figures I picked up at the Fiasco War Games convention at the weekend. And I thought, as it's Halloween, it might be good to do something a little bit scary. So here we have it. Right, well, let's take a look at these. As I say, these are made by Crooked Dice, and Crooked Dice do a huge range of science fiction come pulpy 28mm miniatures, and they're really cool, and I'd highly recommend you check them out just to see, if nothing else, if you can spot all the different films that have the influence of figures and TV shows as well. These two are the Creepers. For those of you who aren't familiar, these are clearly inspired by the 1951 novel by John Wyndham, The Day of the Triffids, and if you've never read it, I highly recommend you do so. It's an excellent book. Anyway, what Crooked Dice have done, they've created two of these delightful creatures in metal. I thought we'd have a look. And I bought this for my critter collection, and basically critters are general monsters for use in any game that I play. These could be used in 40k, just about any other science fiction or horror tabletop war game, skirmish, or indeed roleplay adventure. So what you get is you get two creepers and two bases. We have a little card which just has a little bit of backstory about Crooked Dice. In the picture, we get two 25mm slaughter bases, which I presume are a sensible size for mounting these. And then we get the two creepers. Well, let's have a look then. So these are cleverly cast, aren't they? The whole thing in one piece, but obviously what you do is you cut this striker off and mount it here. Let's have a look. It looks nicely cast. A little bit of cleanup to do, as you would normally expect with a metal miniature, just a bit of a mould seam to take away here and there. Probably drill a hole a bit deeper into the head of the plant to give us a secure attachment, because that could be quite flimsy on its own. But yeah, very novel. This particular example is, if you know anything about real world carnivorous plants, it clearly seems to bear more than a passing resemblance to a pitcher plant, and this is a stuff of pure sci-fi horror. And if you've seen the 1981 TV series that the BBC did, you'll be familiar with this sort of artistic rendition of the strikers that the Triffids had, that they used to immobilise their prey. Let us take a look at Creeper number 2. Interesting. So perhaps this is a slightly different subspecies, or at a different state of maturity, because this has got a much larger head. Almost looks like it could be chatting to you, doesn't it? What a fascinating model this one is. And again, a nice miniature. I do like that. I think that's my favourite out of the two, just because it's got a little bit of humour put into the sculpt, while at the same time it is supposed to be a horrific and dangerous denizen. Excellent. The Creepers by Crooked Dice. So as you saw, they cost £7.50 for the pair. I guess for metal miniatures that's not too bad, about par for the course. And a couple of bases, so got everything I need. Excellent. Let me know what you think of the Creepers and anything else horror, sci-fi, plant related, be it the novel The Day of the Triffids, pot plants named Seymour, or whatever else it may be. Please share your thoughts as always. But other than that, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.